Hello. Today in this video we will learn various ways of doing Ctrl C and Ctrl V. We will look at various ways to copying and pasting in Photoshop. For this, open the PSD file I have provided in the description and follow what we are about to do in this video. Once the file is open, look and observe all that is there in the canvas and the layers panel. We have 4 layers visible in the layers panel and all toggle to visible in the canvas. First layer is locked, so ignore it. Second layer is called Badass Rocket, which when you look at the canvas area or the layer icon is transparent layer with 2 images of Rocket in his cool and badass accents. The third layer is image of baby Rocket on a blue gradient background, but half the layer is transparent. And the fourth layer is the white background, which is also locked, so forget about that. So ultimately we have second and third layer to focus on. Let's start and relive our student life where copy and paste was the best feature of a word processing program, or in fact any program. So let's copy and paste stuff here and there. For any copy and paste work, you need to select something you want to copy. And fortunately, we saw the selection tools in last 2 videos of our series. Let's start with the marquee tool. Select either rectangular or elliptical marquee tool, whatever you like. I'll select rectangular marquee tool. Now, create a selection around the baby rocket and don't worry if you select some part of any of the cool rocket and make sure the baby rocket layer is selected. Now go on and do what we are here to do. Copy and paste. You can do it either from the edit menu or use the hotkeys which we I think are already familiar with, Ctrl C and Ctrl V. The pasted image might appear exactly above the copied image, so there is a chance that you may not see any change in the canvas. So look at the layers panel, and if you have everything well, then there should be a new layer just above the baby rocket layer. Select it. Or activate the move tool by using the hotkey V and right click on the baby rocket on the canvas to reveal the list of all the layers on the point of click, and then select the newly copied layer. Then click and drag out the new layer to white part of the canvas on the right hand side. The white part was specifically made for this purpose, so don't worry about ruining it. Now we saw the most basic copy and paste. Let's take things a notch up. While copying and pasting, a new layer was created. But what if you want to create a single raster layer with multiple copies of the same artwork? For that, simply select an artwork like we did with the baby rocket. Now press V to select the move tool. Mouse over inside the selected area. You can see the mouse cursor has a small pair of scissors below the arrow. This icon represents that upon clicking and dragging, the cursor will take the original artwork of the selected area itself to wherever we put it. So it's like cut and paste. Now getting back to copy and paste, if you hold Alt key, you can see that the mouse cursor icon has changed to an arrow with its reflection. Now holding the Alt key, click and drag the selected area to a desired location. You can see that the image has not been altered, but we did create a copy of the selection under our mouse cursor. Release the click to place the duplicate artwork at your desired location. Now once the click is released, you can move the new artwork by holding Ctrl key and click and drag. But careful, if you remove the selection from the canvas, the artwork will be placed and cannot be edited separately without destructive editing of the layer. In this file, we need not worry about the destructive editing because there is nothing in the layer over the white area and the white background is locked, so chill. But be careful while you try this in future. Moving on, let's make a quick selection over the badass rocket with a gun. And don't cover the cool rocket. I'll use the polygonal lasso tool for this purpose. Now once the selection is done and the badass rocket layer is active as well, do copy and paste. Select the new pasted layer and click and drag with the move tool to the white space. This time we did not use the marquee tool because that would have selected some part of the cool rocket as well. And because both the adult rockets are in the same layer, the selection would have copied the parts of the cool rocket also. Now we got the rocket with the gun with transparency because its original layer already had transparency. But what about the baby rocket? What if we want to create a duplicate layer of that without any background? For that, use magnetic lasso tool or magic wand tool to carefully select the baby rocket. And now copy and paste. Click and drag, and here we go. Again, let's take it up a notch. Open a new document from the File menu or press Ctrl N. Select the default format and click Create to create a new file. Now once the file is open, go back to our lifecycle of rocket file and select some layer. For this, I'll select the duplicate badass rocket. Now copy. Now open the new document and press Ctrl V to paste. And here it is. Now let's do some more copy and pasting with some other ways. Go back to the lifecycle of rocket file and select multiple artworks. And if you have watched a trick or treat video and or gone through that PDF file, you might remember that you use Shift key or Control key to select multiple layers. So use that trick to select all the duplicate layers that you see on the white canvas. Now once selected, you can click and drag the layers from the canvas itself or from the layers panel. Do whatever suits you. I'll use the layers from the canvas. Click and drag these layers to the new document tab, and once you mouse over for enough time over the tab, the new document should be visible. And now without releasing the click, move the mouse to the middle of the canvas and release the click. And here we go. And you can see that the layers have also appeared in the layers panel. Quite easy, isn't it? There is one easier way to do it in situations where there are so many document tabs open that you cannot find your desired tab to click and drag. In that case, select all the layers you like, right click on any of the layer in the layers panel and find and click duplicate layers. A dialog box will appear. Find the document you want to copy the layers in the document section of the dialog box and click OK. Now go on and find the document tab and click to open it to see your layers copied in that file. Place them as you like. This is all for this video. All these tips to copy paste will come very handy in your future work in Photoshop. Try to do some critical selections and copy and paste in new documents or in the same one. Practice and explore. Things will be getting more interesting and complicated in the future videos. See you next time.